but there is energy being wasted in all that.
Oh, yeah. We can see what priorities are, too. That's pretty harsh for me to say, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Sazanovic now, Belarus. 3 years younger than Yordanen, but potentially with a future.
See, now this is the opposite. This is all business. She's not going to display a lot of emotion, you know, and I think that would be frowned on, frankly, within her team, you know, Belarus team. But look how she handled that weight.
Yeah, and that's a weight she was handling at a 63-kilo contender.
But I mean, she's taking it seriously. Yeah, you know, this is all business. She's professional in the best sense of the word. She has a mission here to perform. She's been trained to do it. She practices it, but she still has to execute, and she executed properly here. So she put the pieces together. This woman too, I mean, Camille Rouse has also been doing just a great job, I think, tonight.
I was just thinking about the Belarus lifter. She might well be aware that Alexander Kulovic is on the jury facing her, and of course he's the boss from Belarus.
Yeah, two-time Olympic gold medalist and member of the Belarus Parliament, among other things.
So Sheila Ramos to keep this good little run going. 1:15 for her. 5-kilo increase. Another good new number.
Yeah, see, she's got the trajectory going now that you would really like with a lifter in this position. Young, change bodyweight classes, international stage. Okay, this is a confidence builder. They could go out and they could try to kill her with this PR and that PR, and she'd miss most of them, and she'd come out with self-doubt and kind of this history of mixed results. Look at this great night she's actually having. And if she goes 6 for 6, I guarantee you she's going to feel great, and people are going to come up to her and they go, "Oh, you had a great day, you know, fantastic performance." So she's got smart coaches, I think.
As you said, Randy, that's 5 out of 5, and just one more to finish it off. And she's going to get a bit of a respite here because Esther Krutzler for Hungary has called for 117 kilos for her opener already. The Hungarian with a bronze medal, effectively the best of the rest in the first half. It's interesting when we saw Magdieva a few moments ago, though, Randy. You could see there that she was so aware of the jeopardy she finds herself in.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see her pulling back from that.
You can ill afford to give Oksana Slavenko any sort of a head start. And that's really what was done in the snatch. But, you know, it's not over till it's over.
So Krutzler, 117. So secures her total, but Randy, in her heyday, 145.
World of difference. Absolutely, completely different league, of course, from 117. But, you know, look, she does this well. I mean, no wonder she does it well. She's lifted, you know, much bigger weights. But she's been here before. That's why she can just chop off these lifts, you know, one after another. Boom. She's done this many, many times. Nice lift.
You were talking in the first half about the Russians closing on the Asians. I mean, the European clean and jerk record is 157, set by Zarema Kasaeva in Doha back in 2005.
Yeah.
More on that in a moment. Power jerk.
Yep. Little, I don't know, staggering is probably exaggerated, but didn't really absolutely stick the feet.
Well, it wasn't textbook in the snatch phase, if you remember, but she was getting the weights on the bar. And as you watch her here, that 157 European record, which has stood for, 6 years now, is only actually a kilo short of Liu Chunong's world record that she set in the Olympics in Beijing.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, it underlines what you were saying, that actually the Europeans can feel that they can get at the Asians here in this weight category.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they got the numbers to prove it, and we're seeing, you know, one of the real stars, one of the stars of the continent in women's weightlifting with Oksana Slavenko. So this is really true. This is really world-class weightlifting at the European Championships.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3 Olympic Games that, since Sydney and Athens, and also Beijing. The Chinese have won all 3 gold medals, but the silver medals and the bronze medals, bar one occasion, have all gone to Europeans. The only one who got a bronze medal other than a European, and well, I suppose India is Asian, isn't it? The great Karnam Maleswari in Sydney. And Ava Misdal at 120 kilos.
Also coming off a nice series of snatches.
Yeah, 3 out of 3.
Let's see if she's got that real low bottom position, the cleans that we saw in the snatches.
So this for the outright lead in the clean and jerk. On the shoulders for quite a long time, but
yeah, jerking a little bit out front, looking up at it a little bit. I mean, you don't want to see someone trying to turn a jerk into a standing incline press, which is what some people tend to do sort of instinctively. This lift, at least, wasn't quite as, I don't know, groove-like as her snatches were. Yeah, see how she's leaning back in the jerk, arching back, looking up at it, and some people will do that instinctively. It is exactly what you do not want to do on a jerk. More on that later.
That said, she was 5 kilos behind Esther Kritzler in that fight for the bronze medal. That lift has actually narrowed that gap to 2. Now, Sazanovets, the former archer turned weightlifter.
Yeah. Had a nice opener. And got a nice second attempt. There's the feet in line. You can see that. You were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Did you see how she swept the left foot over, stood military-like, had everything lined up? That's in principle what's required to complete the lift. That's what we didn't see last night.
And technically, if you go strictly by the rule book, then you would have to say that should have been red-lighted by the judges, but it wasn't.
Well, no, they gave the down signal. The refs gave the down signal. It was a 3 white light lift.
And Sheila Ramos. Now 120. This for 6 out of 6. So 5 kilo increase to take her up to 214. This is the toughest question of her afternoon.
Yeah, I don't remember being over the bar that long. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say something here technically. The reason why I thought maybe immediately that jerk was in jeopardy, watch when she gets set, she's actually sort of hunched forward and her chest is deflated. Sometimes actually a lack of confidence, but you need a pneumatic brace from your chest. You need to fill it up with air and be really solid. Look at her. She's sort of pitched forward almost, it seems like a little bit, and no, really it's too bad. Maybe we should have said that about the run she had, but still 5 out of 6, 5 good lifts. She isn't even to be proud of. See, look at the elbow. Yeah, it's not wrapped around, but I think they're icing Slavenko's elbow. So is that the Norwegian lifter's boyfriend over there? Not on camera?
Yeah, over in the corner, yeah.
Well, she wasted no time.
Artemova, 121 to power jerk her way into the lead, and that was better than the first one.
Yeah, and feet went wider. Feet going wider in the power jerk is another way to effectively lower your body. It's an alternative to just bending more at the knees, and that's what she's doing. It's not really elegant looking, if I could say that, but it works.
Yeah, 221 total, lighter body weight putting her into the overall lead.
Now watch her feet on the jerk phase. We should be able to see it from the overhead. She's going to dip and drive, and watch the feet go out to the side. Boom. See, and that lowers her body, in addition to bending the knees. Nice lift.
So Esther Krutzler, who's just been demoted by Artemova, coming out for her second attempt at 123. And this is a 6 kilo increase to take it to 227. So the battle is on here for this bronze medal.
Yeah, and 6 is a pretty big pop up.
At the moment, it's Artemova in the advantage from Krutzler, from Misdal, but Misdal's got lifts to come, 2 of them. Krutzler, this is her second attempt, and Artemova's got 1 in. Yeah, there's no doubt that she has certainly made progress since Antalya. I mean, she did a 101, 120 for 221, and, you know, that takes it to 227. So, I mean, it's not earth-shattering, but it's steady.
Another nice clean and jerk. Look at this. Boom. Racks the weight. She can get some air, dip, drive. You can see where the bar's positioned on her shoulders, make it solid.
Got to put it into context, though. You know, a bronze medal in Beijing, you would have had to have made 250.
Yeah. Now let's watch her jerk in particular. Made the comment about how when she jerked, she looked up at the bar.
So 123, a 3 kilo increase to take it to 222, ahead of Artemova, but behind Krutzler still.
Better. The head went up this time, but not the body leaning back. And now I can talk about that a little bit more. When you jerk, you're driving the bar up. It's one red light, okay, side referee. When you jerk, you're driving the bar up and you're getting your body under it, okay? You do not turn it into an incline press by leaning back because you want your bones to effectively support the bar, which is why you need to push your head through rather than lean back.
Now, on that left arm, watch it there, and that was Svetlana Titova, who's on the left-hand chair, and she was looking particularly at that elbow, and she red-lighted that.
What nationality is she?
Russian.
I didn't ask. Just kidding, no. Good call, good observation.
But nonetheless, the lift is given to 1, as you said, and she is now a kilo ahead of Artemova, who's got 1 lift left. Misdal's got 1 lift left, and Krutzler has also got 1 lift left, but Krutzler's got 5 kilos advantage. And so we now go back a little bit to Sazanovets. Now, Sazanovets now taking a 5 kilo increase. Now, this is interesting here. Absolutely the youngster, but 5 kilos up here with a very light body weight. That would actually take it to 223, so she'd go ahead of Misdal and ahead of Artemova. So she can't get ahead of Krutzler, that's the thing. So a medal in terms of the overall, that's out of her reach. But of course, in fact, 125 here would put her into the lead in the clean and jerk. All through this contest, she has grown in confidence.
You know, she's a lifter you gotta like because she comes out here and she's got poise on the platform. You gotta remember, that young woman came out and she missed her first snatch. What an unenviable start, and look how she has rallied since then.
Yeah, 5 out of 6. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Quietly taking care of business here. She might be someone to watch in the future because she's got her head together for this thing.
Just something about her, you know, Randy. So Sazanovets finishes at the head of the clean and jerk table for the moment, and now some crucial lifts relating to the bronze medal. Now, this is Artemova, and it's a 6 kilo increase here So this is a biggie. This is to take her to 227, and a lighter body weight will put her ahead of Krutzler.
Yeah, she pretty much gets buried on that clean.
So, sadly for her, last year's bronze medalist, that leaves her at the moment in overall 4th place.
Watch her elbows. She's going to have to get her elbows around under the bar to rack it, and she does that, but she's leaning forward, and they're just going to have to dump the bar.
So Krutzler to come out and take her final attempt, the bar on 127. So, again, this is a decent increase, 4 kilos to take it to 231. And remember, Misdal just waiting in the wings at the moment, probably to see what she has to go for. I think what the Polish have got in mind is one big attempt to try and snatch it away from the Hungarian, or clean and jerk it away from the Hungarian, I should say.
Boy, look at her left hand. I wonder if she tore some calluses. It is really mightily bandaged. The palm.
15 seconds. Krutzler does enough to make it hard for Misdal.
Yeah.
And finishes on 231. So Misdal, who is heavier, is now 9 kilos behind. So she needs 10 kilos, which I would think something like 133, and I don't think that's possible.
I had to bite my tongue here, too, because she had 5 good lifts coming out for this. Didn't want to say it. She's the first lifter to go 6 for 6. Another example of controlled performance here. I think really the right call. On a comeback trail, probably, maybe I shouldn't say this, but unlikely, let's say, to achieve her former levels, okay, but still on the upward trend now in this rebuilding process. This is what you want. Leave here with this being a confidence-building, stepping stone sort of experience. That's what she produced tonight.
That's Nicoletta Naj on the left there, who competed yesterday and now part of the backup team. And now Misdal, 128. So this will take it to 227, and remember the 2 Russian lifters, Matvieva and Slivenko, still waiting to start. So just coming up to half a minute to visualize and believe and execute. Got to stand up.
Now, you watch her look up at the bar, then she loses it overhead. What do you say, visualize, believe, and execute? You got to move to Southern California and get an infomercial going, David.
Just a pity there, because I sort of think that, you know, there was a moment here when it got onto the shoulders, and suddenly that thought of, I can't do this.
Yeah, I think the jerk maybe is not her favorite part of weightlifting. That's why she's looking nervous. I mean, I think, look at her eyes. And tell it goodbye.
So Tatiana Matvieva coming on at 130. So that means that Krutzler has secured the overall bronze medal and currently sits in the clean and jerk gold medal position and can't be worse than bronze. So she's going to get a medal in each section of the competition. But this is Matvieva to try and get herself back on track. 110. So this is for 240. 240 total into the lead.
This is, a little bit of deja vu because I remember very strong opening snatch. Now we see a very strong opening clean and jerk. Also, might be noteworthy, she opened right where she thought she was going to open at the beginning of the contest. Nice lift. catches the bar up high. I mean, plenty of power in that pull. Base bar and shoulders, drives it up, goes straight up to extended arms.
But the reality is, you know, back in 2006 when she took the title, she went 112, 145, 257, and it's sort of like 145, which she needs now to get herself back on terms with Slavenko. Slavenko is her only hope. That's Matvieva. That Slavenko has a problem.
Yeah. Well, look at this. 10 kilo increase. So, I mean, look. Tatiana is here playing seriously. You know, look.
Oh, yeah.
10 plus kilo increase is what she's going to for second attempt. Well, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Meanwhile, you know, we're back here with Slavenko's opener of 140.
Yeah, last year she did 145 on her way to the title and a total of 262.
Set on the jerk. Watch when she stands up from the clean. Tells me she thinks that's a really easy weight for herself.
Well, she's a very consistent performer at this 140 plus level here. That takes us to 260. And I'm just having a look at the totals over the years here. 265 from Zarema Kasaeva. That was back in 2005. And Slavenko's won this with 255 and 262. She's got a European record of 276, and she's got 260 on the board now. But this could be the best ever winning total in a European championship. Not a European record, but just the best European total.
So, here it is. Matvieva, she's going 141 of an 11 kilo increase. Trying to hang with her teammate as best she can.
Well, we haven't seen her do these sorts of weights now in this weight class for 5 years.
Yeah, so maybe she's got something up her sleeve. She's looking like she's coming at her meeting business, don't you think?
Absolutely. That was a real
march
onto the stage.
Oh.
So, just under 15 seconds.
Whoa, strong clean. Oh, look at this. Yep, okay.
Needs to stand still. Waits. Really did stick at that.
Okay, critical. This is really critical. Okay, when she was snatching, well, the last snatch, I said something like, arms. Look at the arms. Looks like she's not that strong for a weight that light overhead. I wonder if this is going to affect her in the clean and jerk. Okay, she had that fibrillation, like sewing machine leg, but in the arms. Watch her arms in the jerk. Lift was all done perfectly, but she has trouble supporting that much weight overhead. I mean, hats off to her for a 3 white light success, but watch the arms. They're not flexing, they're not locking, but she is just fibrillating. She's just shaking.
Great effort, but she's still 9 kilos of body weight behind.
And this is going to snake bite her, possibly in the next attempt. She's getting close to the limit, I think, in terms of what she can hold overhead is what I'm saying, even if she drives it up there.
Well, when she won the European Championship in 2006, Matvieva, she did actually clean and jerk 145, so...
And Slavenko's saying, okay, fine, you want to rock, here we go, we're going up another 5.
Going for 265, and that would equal Kasaeva's winning total back in 2005 in Sofia. And she's still got one more after this, if she wants it, if she needs it.
If she needs it. Boy, once again, very quick set in the jerk. I think part of that is to really get advantage of some of the mechanical energy in the bar as she's standing up. Has it timed very well. I gotta tell you, that lift looked well within her ability here tonight.
And 14 kilos the advantage. Matvieva's just not going to be able to catch her.
I think she's not even going to try.
No.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, she'll...
Well, she's going to do what she can, which is to try and grab the clean and jerk gold away. That's all she can do, which is to go that extra kilo, go in first place, and then hope maybe Slavenko is going to be a little... Slavenko doesn't need to come out, to be honest, but...
I would say on this attempt that's coming up with Matveeva, watch the clean. I think it should be something she can handle. Watch the jerk, though, particularly what happens if and when she gets the bar at arm's length overhead.
Yeah, but the tactic here is to force Slavenko to come out again. Oh. And the reason for that is that Matveeva wants to get this, to go into the lead in the clean and jerk, and then say, I'm going to stop you getting all three, at least, all three gold medals.
Make you come and take 147?
Yeah.
Well, that's all she wrote. I thought she'd clean it.
I sort of thought after the energy and effort and focus she put into the second attempt that it probably was going to be pretty difficult. And she finishes on 251, and Slavenko basically, you know, she doesn't need to come out now. It's really a question is, what does she want to do?
What, she'll separate the bar from the platform, pull, shrug, get under it. No, it just stacks her. She's just bent under the bar. Can't really rack it. Can't stand up. Slavenko's calling for 150 meanwhile.
Yeah, that would be a 270 total, and as I've said, that would be a new European championship total. In other words, not a record, but the biggest margin of kilos lifted since 1998 when these weight categories were established. And I think maybe a sort of two-part message here. One of them going across to the Asian opponents to say that I'm in pretty good shape. I've done this easily. I'm around 250, and I'm ready to take you on in about a year's time.
Yeah. Boy, that looked heavy coming off the platform.
So there you are. That was what was in Matvieva's mind at the time. And the interesting thing is she finishes on 265, so she equals Kasaeva's total. And just reflecting on that 250 she was going for, Randy, 250 would have won you the gold in Sydney. But by the time we got to Athens, 275. By the time we got to Beijing, 286.
Yeah. Just buried there. Elbows might have even touched the knees. Let's watch me get a close-up of it. Watch the elbow and the knees. Nope, can't quite see it. Good performance, though. Good class, huh?
Yeah, good class, and unfortunately we didn't get the fight we were hoping for, but it's another Russian one too. Well, the Turkish had all the headlines in the first couple of days. Now Russia really warming to the task here. And Esther Krutzl of Hungary puts Hungary on the medal roster for the first time at these championships with the promising young Belarus lifter Zina Sazanovets, 20 years of age, 223, ahead of Nizdal, Artemova of Poland and Ukraine. Ramos, I thought a good competition on 209, also moving up into this weight category for the first time. Yordalen with 201, breaking that 200 kilo mark, and then ahead of Natasha Perdue of Great Britain on 198, the best of the B group earlier on. So before the afternoon started, Oksana Slavenko, she'd had 3 successes in this European 69 kilo category. She's now won it on 4 occasions. So about 90 minutes to go till the next visit back here to the stage for the men's 85 kilos, and the entry totals of only 15 kilos separating the contenders from France, Armenia, Russia doubly represented, Israel, Belarus, Croatia and Hungary again on the roster tonight, going for that particular men's category.